Okay, so my phone, I don't know if you guys, if this happened to you, but my phone just got an update. So every time, it just seems like every time that happens, like, I don't know, like everything changes and everything just looks a little bit different. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta do it this way, or I gotta do this way, or it's gonna look like this now, and it's not gonna look like it did before. So it's always something that makes the updates, and when they hit, you notice that there's difference. Anyway, good morning everybody. It's already afternoon. It's already after, it's gonna be 1 o'clock here in Chicago. Excuse me, I just finished eating. Yeah, I woke up early. Well, not too early. I woke up at around 8:30, something like that. And I had breakfast already. I just had some scrambled eggs with some white, couple of slices of white bread, coffee, and that was it. And then I just chilled out for a little while in the living room watching a movie on Netflix. I don't know. I forgot the title. I never write these things down. But it was about this girl. She was a journalist. You'll probably see it when you scroll on Netflix. I forgot what it was called. But she was on a yacht, and some murder took place, and she was trying to, figure it out and things like that. But um, yeah, so it was a good movie, and I liked the ending. The ending was good. So if you can, it's a yacht. It takes off. This girl's a journalist, and I forgot the name of it, but if I can remember, I'll write it down on the description if I get a chance. Anyway, blue is not my color, so I know I kind of look weird, with this blue, but I don't like buying clothes because I don't know, certain clothes just don't fit me right, and certain colors do, certain colors don't. And like, I went to Walmart the other day and I didn't see anything that I liked, like nothing at all. So I said, I'll just stick with what I got until I actually see something that's worth buying. So anyway, I slept in this, so this is almost like taking over my Christmas pajama shirt. So I just wore this to bed, and I haven't changed yet. So, and I'm not going anywhere today. So I just want to feel comfortable and not worry about feeling tight or feeling, can't breathe. My pants are too tight, and forget all that. So I'm like, no. Anyway, my name's Emma. Welcome. And I've been dabbling in porcelain clay. Not that I haven't done it before, because I have. I think I started doing porcelain clay like, oh wow, years ago. Years ago. And I keep mentioning this because this was the first lady that I saw. She was making flowers, and her grandson was recording her when she was making the flowers and how she made the porcelain clay and everything like that. So, and that was way back when, 2015, something like that. Anyway, I always making some, then putting it on the shelf, then making some, and then literally putting it on the shelf. And then it would get dry, it would get hard, and I'd get mad, and I'd throw it out, make some more, and then that would, hang around. And I'm like, oh, you gotta stop doing it. You're gonna work with it or what? So I still have a lot left. Like, I think I mentioned, wrong bag, of course. So I still have a lot left, and I want to utilize it. So it's still soft. So there it is. I still have a lot left. And I am going to, like I mentioned, this was the first shoe that I made. That was the first shoe that I made out of porcelain clay. And this is the second one. I think it came out really cute. That's the second one. I know I had my thumb in here or something. It looks so weird on the thumbnail, but I even painted it black on the bottom. So this is how it came out. I think it came out cute. like that. And like I said, next time what I'm going to do is um, I am going to instill the color in the dough, and then what do you call it, make the pieces and then glue the pieces right away together. So and then put something in like foam or something to keep it from, because like I said, when it dried, I think I mentioned this before, it cracked. But this was the shoe that I made, so I think it came out cute. I think, and again, I'm going to practice some more, but I'm just going to have these hanging around. I did do the little clay down. This is how she came out. And I got to do her over again because I feel like, I don't know. Hold on. Let me get them. I'm trying to get into the, all right. I feel, oh, she's backwards. Okay, and do it this way. I feel like her thighs, her legs are way too big. So that's, and because it's Valentine's Day, I just put a little heart in there. I think her hands and her legs are way too big. I did want a different kind of thread for her, what do you call it? For her hair, but I don't know where they're at right now. So I'll keep looking for them, because it's embroidery floss, and I know I have a whole bag of them. I just don't know where they're at the moment. So I just grabbed I think this yarn was the latch and hook yarn. I have a whole bag of it up here. I think I don't know if I showed you that before, but this is how she came out. I like the way her face came out. I think she's cute, but covering her eyelashes there. But I'm gonna try to improve on this one as well. And then I'll just take that off. And now the thing that I'm trying to do is, and I did mention, was I'm trying to make this into a keychain. And of course I have to make the dangle, the charm dangle to go on the side. And then the whole thing will be like, like a keychain. I still have to work on the other ones. I'm not done. But what I wanted to do is, you can see it's a little bit warped. See how it's a little bit warped? And I can't really bend it because I don't want to break it. But I did mention, I don't know whether I should take those off or not. I mean, I like the white pearls, I really do, but I don't know if I really want them on there. So I don't know. Anyway, I did find the drills that I had used. Remember, I was telling you that I knew I had some red drills from the Last Supper that I made. So I did find them. I do have them. So this is where I'm at. And I was trying to find a little bottle of glue that I know is floating around here, but I don't know where it's at. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to use my big one. So the only problem with this is that a lot of it pours out, and I don't need that much. That's the only problem. So I gotta be very, very careful. Like, I just need like a drop. Not even. Even that's too much. That's how come I wanted that bottle of glue, and I don't know where it's at. I'm gonna have to get another one. I want to get a clear one, because this is what I make the porcelain clay with. I use this. And so even this is a lot of glue. That's a lot of glue too. Like, that's a lot. Now, I'm not going to use all of that. That's why I wanted the bottle, but I can't find it. Anyway, I did find, remember I was talking to you that I knew I had the white. So this is the white, and then I have the red. So what I want to do is that, I'm not really sure how this is going to work, but I know I wanted to do the red to put it on the line. See the line where it's red? So I'm going to see if this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. I have the vaguest idea. But you know what? That's how you learn that's how you learn things. That's how you know when something is going to work or when something is not going to work. So it's always trial and error with everything. Okay, so I am going to try to grab some glue, and does have to be, I was trying to look for my tacky tape and I don't know where it's at. The okay, so it was the tacky tape. I'm just trying to concentrate. I had a little tiny, oh, here it is. I knew I had this tiny little thing because I was trying to stick this into something from the glue from drying. And don't know, that one's gonna stay on. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. And then of course it should have that bling in there. But you can see it right off the bat, I think. You probably can't see it here, but I can see it on here. And then I'm gonna put some more. See, I'm not even using all this glue. That's how come I didn't. Maybe I could put it in a spoon. I really need to find that tacky glue. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to run to Dollar Tree and get another one. And I want to use all these drills because it just seems, you know, like a waste not to do something with them. You know what I mean? You can see some of the bling. And now what I'm gonna do is because I remember having the white. So I don't know if I want to put anything else on here. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. I think I'll just leave it like that. I did want to put this all over on the dress and up here, but I think I should just leave it, right? I think I'm overdoing it. I don't know, I'm trying to think. Maybe I could put some, maybe around the edge of the dress, maybe? Okay, oh my God, look at all that. I still have so much of this, and I still have the other bags too that I barely touched. Okay, so it's done. This is gonna take a minute. That's why I need the tacky glue, because with the tacky glue, it'll stay on. This it just slides. that's working a little bit better. Let me see if I can move it down. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just do it on the side. Okay, so I'm just letting it slide right off. Then I'm gonna try to push them over. And then I'm gonna see if it dries well. Ah. Maybe I should do one more on top. Yeah, I can't do the other side because that's where the thing is gonna go, the wire. Okay, I think that'll be it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna continue this, and when I'm done, I'll let you know how it goes. But let's see. I want to make sure they stay on there, so I think they will. I thought of another way of trying to make the imprint of the clothes, but it would need a second layer of the porcelain clay, because I wouldn't be able to do this with all the other ones because the what do you call it, are too intricate. The line for the clothes are too intricate, and I don't think I'll be able to do it with the drills. And I'll show you what I mean if I can find one. I mean, I might be able to get away with it with this one, but when it comes to this, I might have to make a second layer and then score it. Do you know what I mean? To have that look, because I'm not going to be able to do that with the drills. I mean, I just know it. So this was easy because it only had those. It only had those two lines, the ones on top and then the one on the side. This is nothing right there. And that's why it was easy. And then of course I did the ruffle. But when it comes to this, I would definitely have to make a second layer and then, score every line. So it would be like this, but it would have a second layer of this on top. And then I'll be able to do the dress. It would have to be all the way on top. So I don't know, because this one doesn't really this one doesn't have ruffles. That's going to be different. Definitely different. What was the other one that had ruffles? I know there was another one that had ruffles. I think it was the one on the side. I like this one too. That one had ruffles. I don't know. I think this one was plain. Why was that one plain? And this one definitely has ruffles on the sides. But why was this plain? I don't remember. I gotta try to find this one again because I don't remember. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'll try to figure out which ones I have, but I have to get started on that. And I guess I'll finish putting the rest of the bling on here. I was watching these tutorials of how to, how to put bling on your shirts. But I'm not into shirts, and I mean, how do you wash those shirts with all that rhinestones on it? That's another thing that I don't understand. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna try to finish this, and then I'm gonna work on my other ones because I have to do some more ruffles. Oh, and then I was looking through my stuff, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot all about my charms. So I had to get I think my grandson said he has some sandpaper. I have to sand all these down to make these all little key charms. So that's what I wanted to do, to make bracelets out of them. Look, I think this is an elephant. I think I showed you guys these before. And I know I had like a Christmas tree. And I know I have a heart. Then I have this, the one I used to make the apples, but it's a pumpkin. I have this one, which I thought was really cute. It's a little doggy. What's that? I had Batman in here too. Batman, bats, and what did I see in here? Oh, which I thought was really cute, like for a nautical. Where's mine? Oh, shoot. Oh, I put the hole on top for a nautical little fishtail. There's another thing in here. And of course, there's a heart in here floating around here somewhere. And so it's in here somewhere. So these are going to be my charms for my bracelets, and then I gotta sand them all, and then what do you call it? Put them on my bracelets. So okay, guys, thank you for joining me this morning. And today is definitely needlework, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do today. So I don't know. I keep saying I'm gonna do my knitting, but then every time I sit down, I start watching something, I get distracted, and then I don't do it at all, which really pisses me off. But I try to get on my crafts as much as possible. Okay, guys, we will see you in a bit. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you want to keep up with all the little things that I'm making. And okay, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's one of those days where I didn't wash my hair. You could tell it's all limpy and stuff. I was thinking about curling it, but I was like, too much trouble. Like I'm not curling it. Anyway, today on my board over there, excuse me, is it's needlework today. So I'm watching people how to do their dangle. I'm very tired. Their dangle charm. For purses, or key, for your key, for your phone, things like that. These are really thick. I don't like them that thick, because I just need a little bit to dangle off my dress, the dress that I made. So it came out cute. I didn't add a lot to the dress with the drills. I just added a little bit. Here, let me show you. Okay, so I know the light is kind of off, and you could see it kind of like a little bit, like it can shimmer. Like, well, for me, I can see it from far. I don't know if you can see it shimmer. For me, I can, I could see the red. Maybe you could see it a little bit with the red. See how the white, I can see it, on my side, because I know you can't really see it on the screen. on the phone, but you can see the red, but I could see the white, glitter on my side. But anyway, that's how it came out. I'm going to be putting the jump ring here, and then I'm going to add, like a dangle, like a little charm. Maybe if I don't know if I can find a tassel. I might have to make a little tassel, like with the beads, and then with the tassel at the end. So I'll probably do that. I think a tassel with the dangle with beads would look so cute. And then I'll do like white, red and white, and then the tassel, and it'll be like pearl and pearl and glass, or pearl and plastic, whatever I have, so it can kind of like be cohesive with the dress. So I think that's gonna look really cute. So that's how it came out. That's how I'm surprised. Oh, I dropped one. Yeah. So I don't know if the drills. I already lost one. I already lost the drill. Oh, they're all falling off now. Okay, so that's why I need to find the that tacky glue, because I'm just gonna run to Dollar Tree tomorrow and just get one, because I don't know where it disappeared on me. But yeah, you can see they're falling off. So I already lost like 2 of them just now. So I'm gonna put this back before it gets worse. Anyway, I have a lot of the drills left, but at least I know. At least I know that they need something. I knew that was going to happen, but I just wanted to test it out. You know what I mean? I knew that was going to happen. So yeah, better for me just to run and get a little bottle of that of the tacky the Aleene's, what is it called? The Aleene's tacky glue. So I'm gonna get that. Anyway, I decided to finally use this cup. I had always had my pens in here. So I'm finally using this cup to drink coffee. And again, since today is needlework, I'm getting back into doing my what do you call it? My scarf. Now this, I know it's a little off. So what I'm gonna do is here, I'll show you. I'm gonna fold it in. Oh, by the way, my name is Emma. This is your first time joining me. So because it was like this, so almost looks like a skirt. So to meet it up, because at first I had done knitting like, oh my God, like 2 years ago, and I just stopped. And then I said, well, I really want to get back on it because I really want to learn how to make cables. So I started back up again, and I just couldn't figure out, what I was doing and why. I had a pattern, and I was like on a roll, and then it got messy, and I just couldn't figure out the pattern again. So I had to start from scratch. I had to get the book out and start all over, and it took me a lot of trial and error on this side. So, but I finally got it. So now I know what I'm doing. Okay, so to try to keep it even, because it seems a little, off, what I'm going to do, like, see, it's like, and then it has all of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just some needle and thread, nothing major. And I'm just going to fold these in like that. I'm just going to fold them in so they can meet the other side of I think I had it like this. So they can meet the size of the rest of the scarf. Let me turn it around. Let me take this out of the way, because I had it in a way. So this is perfect. So yeah, this way it'll meet up. It'll meet up with the rest of the scarf, and it'll look straight. So I'm just gonna have to, play with it. Probably, press it down as much as I can. This way it'll be all even. Cause now it's going straight up. Now I got it to where I wanted. But I just have to fold these in and sew it. And now all I have to do is just just continues. So this is how far I've gotten so far. So I'm finally back on track. Took me a minute, you know, and I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. I had started out with a red one, and then I had stopped. But right now I'm only going I'm only doing, what am I doing? Um, I'm only doing the right side. I'm going on the right sides only. So I haven't done the left. I want to do the right sides, doing the cable on the right side only first. And then when I finish this scarf, then I'm going to make another one, but then I'm going to do the left until I finish with that scarf. And then when I'm done with that scarf, then I'm going to alternate right, left, you know, like that. Just like it looks in this book right here. That's what I'm trying to get to. So that's what I'm trying to do. So, you know, you really have to give yourself a lot of time to practice. It's aggravating at times because just trying to figure out, you know, how to hold this thing. Before, I didn't have a problem before. I would just let it hang, and I don't remember having a problem. But now it seems like I'm always having a problem trying to figure out how to hold it, you know, so it won't fall. So right now I'm on the so I already did the cable going to the right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it, and I'm just gonna do pearls and knitting back and forth, like 4 rows or 5 rows, and then on the 5th row I'll do the cable again going to the right, and then it's knitting and purling the next 4 or 5 rows, and that's what I've been doing. So now I already did it. I already knitted the cable going to the right. Now I have to turn it around, and now I'm gonna, and it's 4 pearls, 4 knits, 4 pearls, 4 knits, 4 pearls, 4 knits, and it all depends how big you want your scarf to be. Like right now, this is the size that I want. I didn't want it too big, otherwise I would never, you know, it would take forever for me to finish. So I'm not going to use this now because I'm just going to knit and purl for the next 4 or 5 rows. It all depends how thick I want, you know, these from here to here to go, and from here to here. I think it was 5 rows. So that's where I'm at with this right now. So I'm just gonna take a little break because I am kind of tired. I started at around, what time did I start? I started at around 7 o'clock or something like that. And I'm like, this, you know, just I get kind of scared. Scared of a needle, right? I get kind of scared because I'm always scared I'm gonna drop a stitch, and then if I drop a stitch, it's gonna look bad. And I've been going through that, you know, before so many times. Like, I don't want to drop any more stitches. So, and it's just so aggravating. So I gotta like really just take my time. Just take my time. Slow down, don't rush, you know, like that. But again, today was needle work today, so I said, you know what, I need to do this. I need to get on this because I want to finish the scarf, and then I want to get to another one. And then after I finally learned how to do this cable, there's this one other stitch that I'm dying to learn how to make. And I think it's the, let me see if I can show you. Oh, it's the interlock. And it kind of looks kind of easy, but it also looks very daunting. Like, oh my God, how in the world are we going to do that? But anyway, the interlock or interlock looks like that. See it? But it's also, it's knitting. So and then of course they have, you could switch the colors on there. So it's a very, very like, how do they do that? So I'm gonna have to, and of course I have it shows you on here. I mean, you can always look for it online on, tutorials, but if you're going to be using a book, I would suggest see also tutorials. Read a book, do the tutorial. Read a book, do the tutorial, because now you're getting information from both. Maybe something a tutorial won't show you or tell you, the book will. So always have a book for sure on any craft project that you're making. It's like me trying to get into pottery, or candle making. Yeah, you see a lot of tutorials on them showing you how to do it, but if you have a book, you're pretty much sure that you're going to have some information that they didn't show you or they didn't give you. And believe me, I do have a pottery book and I do have a candle making book too. I have all those books. I did have this one book. I have this one right here, and I have the camera on top of it, but I'll show you. It's all about beads, and this baby is like really, really like really thick, like really thick. It shows how to make beads and everything like this. And I also had a book like this that had everything to do with clay and wire and everything. I can't find that book. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared on me. So I'm dying to go to Barnes and Nobles and see if I could find a book like that to replace it. But it had to do everything with clay, and oh man. Like I said, I don't know what happened to it. It was almost like an encyclopedia. But, oh well, and I looked and looked, and it has been disappearing for years, like I'd say about more than 5-6 years, and I still can't find it. I don't know. I just don't know how we walked out of this house. I just don't know. Okay, guys. So anyway, again, my name's Emma. You can always like, subscribe, definitely comment if you wish, or give me some tips if you know how to. Of all the crafts that I'm doing, I would, appreciate any tips that if you see I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to continue following me and joining me, using my board back there, I had to figure out a way how to update that board. I've had it for so many years, but right now, and I don't really need to do anything because it's working for me. I don't have to change it. It's doing its job, so I really don't have to worry about it. But anyway, okay, guys, I'm going to leave you here, and we will see you in a bit. Have a good night. Whew. Okay, hi, everybody. Here I am. Okay, so today on my... You ever do that with your finger and you feel like you're pointing to it, but you're not? Anyway, there with my board. There's my board back there. Anyway, hi, my name is Emma. You'll probably be hearing me say that throughout the clips, because I never know which one's ending, which one's beginning, so I say it constantly. Anyway, today's jewelry day, and my name is Emma, and I am into a lot of different kind of medias, and I like working with different kind of things. So that's why I created that board, was because I'm into card making, jewelry, needlework, baking, and all that fun stuff. But today's jewelry day, and I wanted to make another pair of earrings, only because because today is, for me, the month of January is kind of like the blue and white month, because everything, as you can see in my what do you call, my tier tray, everything is blue and white. Yeah, I know, except for the picture frames, I know. But again, I'm not switching that one, because behind it is, on the other side of the panels, it's Valentine's Day, so I'm not going to switch it until Valentine's Day. Anyway, a few things I want to talk to you today about. Well, one is I'm making earrings because I had made, I'm not going to make bracelets because I already have these, but I do want to make different color bracelets, but not today. So this was the blue and white earring that I made, but it's really small. It's kind of small. I mean, it's still cute, and it's kind of like, I don't know why it always looks like it's always, I don't know if it's, they're just, they're just two butterflies. That's all they are. It's just two little butterflies together. But I didn't have no other blue and white earrings, so I said, well, I'm going to have to make a pair. And I said, well, I've been putting it off and putting it off. So I said, I had bought these new beads. And so let me show you what I'm doing. So I'm making a pair of earrings. That's what I'm doing today. Again, on my board is jewelry making day. All right, I have the little puppy right there. So he's going to be watching us while we do this, right? Can you move your foot just a tad? Okay. All right. So I already ended up putting the wire through the beads only because I'm blind as a bat and I could barely see what I'm doing. And I would have to take my magnifying glass out in order for me to do that. I have to open the bin and plug it in and put on the light and all that stuff. If I was doing it an all-day thing, I would do it. But usually when I make earrings and bracelets like that, it's a fast thing. Making earrings to me is the easiest thing you can do. Like you can knock out a pair of earrings, like 20, 25 of them in one day, and maybe even 15. Okay, so I have these that I ordered from Temu, and I thought they were a bigger size, but these are tremendously tiny. And I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do? What am I going to do with these? I don't know. I was so mad when I saw them. Anyway, you know how it is when you order stuff from Temu. And then I found these at Walmart, so I grabbed these. And then I also grabbed one of these at Walmart. So I saw that because of all the different color beads. And I said, well, let me see what I can work with. And so I ended up using all three. Ended up using, I don't want to open it because I don't want to drop anything. Blue ones, mostly all blue ones, and different sizes. So the blue bead that I used on this one was the blue bead from here. Okay, so you could tell it's a little bit more darker. Now they did have darker beads in here, but I like that round. I like that round color. I mean, this is cute too. It's a little bit lighter than that one, which I like. It's a little bit more lighter. This is, I think, a little bit too dark. It probably would have worked the same, but I like it being light. I don't know. I've been gravitating towards a light, like children colors more than adult colors. I don't know why. I've been really gravitating to that. Okay. So I ended up using all three. And the reason I had to use all three, I used this one first for the bottom one. And then this one second for the second part, which were the white and blue that were up here. And then when I started putting the head pin on, it slipped right through the blue one. It just went right through. And I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, the holes are not any smaller. That means they're all gonna slip through. So then I said, I don't have anything smaller. And usually you can find head pins that have a little head. Now, go the other way, you're gonna drop everything. And it will stop, your beads from going through. They have decorative head pins. But I don't have any of those. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to, I don't know what, I don't have anything that small. And then I was thinking about using a pearl, but I didn't want a pearl on the bottom. And I was like, no, that's not gonna look right. I said, you know what? I remembered having this. And I was like, wait a minute. How small are these? So when I looked at the thread, because the thread is really, really tiny. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can't. The thread is like, yeah, you can't see it. It's too hard. Was really, really minuscule to me, tiny. And I said, I wonder if the head pen is as tiny as the thread. And it was. And I was like, oh holy cow, I think I could just use this. So I ended up using that tiny little bead from the white one right here, and it worked perfectly. And now it doesn't fall out. So I was like, oh, cool. And then of course I used the blue bead. I used another one from the two, from the blue and white, from the big one. And then I don't know what it is about pearls, but I like pearls. And then I used a pearl to top it off. This one almost looks like a pearl, but it's not. Okay, so I already got those through. So now, since I got all the beads together, and I'm already getting hot, I'm doing laundry at the same time. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put these on, and I will probably, I don't know exactly what I want to do right now, because I am working on the, what do you call it, I am, oh, I hope they don't, okay, I am working on a I say when you're doing a loop, you have to put like the size of your thumb. Let's see if this comes out right. And then you just go like towards the center and just make the loop. And it should be, it's just so simple to do. And then you don't have to worry whether it's facing you or not, because it's just, they're all round. So you don't have to worry about that. And then you just come back in here, and then you just close it. If I can grab it, it keeps twisting. Just grab it and just close it up. I might have to look at this a little bit, because this doesn't seem like it's all the way closed. Okay, it's closed. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing for this one. So I'm going to go on a 90-degree angle coming towards me, okay? So I'm going to do it this way, coming towards me at a 90-degree angle. And then I'm just going to use my thumb to be like a guide. And that's where I'm gonna cut the rest of the wire. So I'm just gonna use my thumb. So just like, yeah, make very, very, very little up to there. Maybe a little bit more, because you want to have that extra room to make the loop. And then I am just gonna go kind of like towards the center, and I'm gonna make that loop. Okay. And I'm going to grab the other one and put that in there. And then I'm just going to, it's hard to close it up. And then just close it up. And to make sure that it's closed. Yeah. So now that's done, and let me see how it looks like, because this is how, like I said, this is the way this one looked, and now this one is the new one. So they're kind of the same, maybe a little bit longer, but I did want it to be a little bit longer, and I couldn't do it because the other, like I said, the only two things that I had was, so that's the other one. You could barely see. And this one you could see a little bit more. It's a little bit, you could barely see that one. So this one's a little bit longer. So you'll be able to, yeah, a little bit more of a dangle than the other one. So I'm going to start using these. So I think they're prettier. So I'm going to start using these, because I like to go with the theme of the holiday that I'm doing. So and look at my strand is coming off of this one. And these I'm gonna put back and hang them up. Okay, so that's done. Jewelry day is over. So that's done. I'm glad I had my new earrings that I wanted, and I can rock them. And I'm gonna put all this stuff away. I remember, I don't know if you remember, I was talking about trying to look for the tacky glue and I couldn't find it anywhere. Remember, I was doing the little dress and all my little beads were falling off, and it does shine. You could see it, you know, you could see a glimmer. You could see it shine a little bit. And my little drills were falling off, and I was like, oh shoot, you could see some already came off, so I have to find some other ones. But, and I was saying I couldn't find my tacky glue, and I know I had it. I have the Aleene's tacky clear glue, because I remember, I know I have that, because that's what I was using it for. What was I using it for? I was using it for something. Oh, I think I was using it because on the Last Supper, towards the end, it the canvas wasn't sticking anymore, and I had to buy the tacky glue in order to keep putting the drills on. But little did I know, all I had to do was just grab the glue that was outside on the perimeter, or I don't know, the edge, and just grab the glue from there and stick it on. It would have worked just the same. But you know, I knew it a little late. A little late. Okay, so as you can see, I have all my stuff out. You know, when you're getting ready to, I haven't used this yet, but I want to get into this because I want, like I said, I want to make some bracelets. And so I have to put all this stuff away. And all this I took out just to make those earrings. Just to make those earrings, okay? This is the mess that came out. Okay, so anyway, so I'm looking for the tacky glue. I'm looking in this bin because I have this bin right here that I have everything in here, the glue, the resin, everything, the acrylic paint, all that stuff is in there, right? And I'm looking for the Mod Podge, all that. And I'm looking, I go, I know I seen that. I knew it was in there. I could have sworn I put it in there. And for some reason, I was walking back this way, and I saw, because I remember, I go, I know, all I kept seeing was the brown bottle, and I said, I'm just gonna go to Dollar Tree tomorrow morning and just get another one. And then as I was walking back, it was right in there, right in front, and I was like, are you kidding me? So when I was like, I knew I had it, and here it is. It was just stuck right in there. And I was like, oh my God, because it's like, I don't know, an iconic color, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get some more of the drills. I'm going to put the extra ones that need to go on there. Okay, another thing I wanted to show you, because I need to make some more ruffles, was my what do you call it, my knitting, because I really need to get back into this. I really want to finish this scarf. So as you remember, I was talking about fixing it because it just didn't seem like it was going up straight the right way. So I ended up sewing it, keeping it together. I ended up making it, you know, straight. I could have done it a little bit more. Just let me take this needle out a little bit so it could be a little bit more. Okay, so this is how it's coming out. It's a little bit more straighter. Remember I told you it was going like that, it was going that way. So I ended up making it straight. Now I did try to put some ruffles on here, as you can see. And I know I messed up on this side, but that's okay, because I didn't want to put, what do you call it, what do you call it, I didn't want to put tassels on here. So I said, no, I'm just going to, I'm just going to put little, you know, little ruffles. This side didn't come out right, but all of these came out okay. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do from now on, is just add ruffles. Now, what I did to add the ruffles, because I knew I had to use the same yarn, is that because I have the yarn coming out. I have the yarn coming out of here, okay? So I used the top thread that's coming out from in here, and I used that to crochet, and this is crochet, to crochet the ruffles, and it came out perfectly. I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. I'm done. Don't have to worry about the end no more. So that's how, and of course, I mean, I'm not done with the scarf, but I'm done with, making this look a little bit more straighter than, than it was before. And I'm just going to keep going up and up and up until I get the desired length. And then, of course, at the other end, I'll do the same. I'll add those little ruffles on the other end when I'm done. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. So right now, I'm just going to put everything away, and then I need to get started on those ruffles for the rest of the dresses that I'm making, and finish gluing those jewels on there. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me this morning, and we will see you in a bit. Bye.